Now upon substituting the value of a y bar into this equation, we get df of flange is equal to f multiplied by a y bar is b by 2 into 30625 minus y square upon I, which is moment of inertia of complete section, multiplied by the width b, which is the width of this elemental strip or the layer considered, and this whole is multiplied by again width of this elemental strip multiplied by dy. Now we see here your width of the layer considered is equal to the width of this elemental strip. So your b and b gets cancelled, and the value of df flange could be written as df of flange is equal to f by 2I into b into 30625 minus y square. So this is the elemental shear force on this elemental strip on the flange. To get the total force on this top flange, we have to integrate this from the limit y equal to 155 mm to y equal to 175 mm. So the total shear force on the top flange is given as f of top flange is equal to integral of df flange with limit y equal to 155 mm to y equal to 175 mm, which is nothing but the depth of your top flange. So this we could write it as f by 2I into b 30625 minus y square. So here we see that the shear force F, the moment of inertia of the whole section I, and B, which is the width of this elemental strip layer, is constant, so it can be taken out. So now upon integrating, F top flange is equal to f into b by 2I multiplied by 30625 into y minus y cube by 3 within the limit 175 and 155. Now upon applying the limit and substituting the values, we get f of top flange is equal to f, which is total shear force 14 to 10 to the power 3 multiplied by width of the layer is 150 mm upon 2 into I is 188.37 into 10 to the power 6. This multiplied by 30625 into 175 minus 155 minus of 175 cube minus 155 cube by 3. So upon solving, we get the value of f of top flange equal to 1072.35 Newton, which is 1.072 kilonewton. Now due to symmetry, the shear force on the bottom flange will be equal to the shear force on the top flange, since both the flanges are at equal distance from the centroidal or neutral axis of the whole section. So this will be equal to same 1.072 kilonewton. As we have already discussed that total shear force on the entire cross section F is equal to the shear force on the web plus shear force on the two flanges. So we have, upon substituting the values, shear force on the cross section is 40 kilonewton and the shear force on two flanges is 2 times of shear force on any of the flange. So from this we get shear force on the web is equal to 37.86 into 10 to the power 3, or I may say 37.86 kilonewton. So this is our answer 3. Now if we compare the shear stress carried by the web and the shear stress carried by the two flanges, we see that shear force carried by the web is equal to 17.56 times the shear force carried by the two flanges. So with this, our problem is over. Thanks for watching in 5 minutes.